A man went into a tailor shop and decided he would buy himself a Christmas present of a new suit so that he would look nice when he traveled to visit relatives at Christmas time. So the man went in there and he was looking at some suits, and the tailor thought, he said to himself, I've got an easy mark here. I've got a suit in the back room that I've wanted to get rid of for a long time. So he brought it out and showed it to the man. The man said, wow, that is a good-looking suit. Well, I'd really be impressive in that suit when I went to visit my relatives. And he put the suit on, and he went and looked in the mirror. And he said, the only problem is the coat hangs down a little bit too far here. And the tailor said, that's no problem at all. All you have to do is scoot it up and hold it with your chin. The man looked in the mirror again, and it looked perfect in the mirror. Then he looked at the trousers, and one leg was 3 inches shorter than the other leg. And the tailor said, that's no problem at all. All you have to do is scoot up the other leg and then hold your knees together real tight. The man looked in the mirror and, wow, what a good-looking suit. He bought the suit and he walked down the street, and people said, wow, what a good-looking suit. But what a shame that the man has so many physical difficulties. So many times we try to impress with things that are of no matter to those that we love. What we need to do is we need to put on something new inside of us. We need to put on the Christ. We become a new person, even an impressive person, by putting on the Christ, which means to put on love. You will impress every one of your family and friends this holiday if you do that. If you become a new creature in Christ. And that means to become a total loving soul, to have that projecting out from you. You can put on all the outer coverings and it doesn't matter. Emerson once said, what you are speaks so loud, I can hardly hear your words. That's because if we're angry and if we have hate, we project that out. We do. We try to cover it, but we project it out. But if we are filled with love, we overflow with that. And everyone that comes into our contact feels that love. We could go to visit family and friends in rags and still be so accepted. People love you because of the way you make them feel. They love the way they feel when they're with you. So let's look at some foundation ways this holiday to put on the Christ and to wear it in our soul. Well, the first gift of God is to discover who you really are, to remember again that you are a child of God, that you have all the ability, that you have all the possibility, because you are not alone. You are connected with God. And when you realize that, when you realize that God can come through you, that love can come through you from God, then you realize a great discovery that you will keep long past the holiday season. You'll realize that you are not an isolated island, separated by icy seas from other people. You'll realize that you're connected with God and that God can come through you, God can think in you and through you, and because of that, you have great worth. Christ in you, your hope of glory. The second spiritual foundation this holiday is exploring the depths of you to permanently find God. You have that ability. You've had it since birth. And what an adventure this is in spirituality. It's one of the ultimate adventures. It is the adventure that will continue all the days of your life. Now, think about it. Often, our fears and our worries, they're easy to discover, aren't they? We open up our eyes and we look at the things happening around us. We watch the news and we may become fearful. That is easy to discover. But Jesus said, don't judge by appearances. Don't look to them. What do you look at then? You look inside of yourself to remember your connection again with God. This ministry is a remembrance society. You watch and you read daily to remember and recall what you already know is true. No matter what your religious path, it is true for all of us. And what an adventure it is when we discover that we can have heaven on earth. Many people prefer a known hell to an unknown heaven, don't you? Don't you accept less for yourself. We can have it all, my friends. Now, the third spiritual foundation is to go beyond just finding what God is to expressing all that God is. Once you have discovered, once you have explored the goodness of God, it needs to be expressed in you as you. The first thing it will do is it will stay in you. It will create a new health in your mind and in your body. It will create divine ideas in your mind, genius ideas in your mind. It will create on your life path success. And then in your personal relations, success in human relations, better than you've ever had before. And it will project out from you to all the people that come in your contact. Every area of your life can be of this level. And the fourth spiritual foundation is becoming a spiritual teacher by example, by helping others to rise above human blindness. It is time for each of us to wake up. It is time to take a new look from a new perspective and to ask ourselves a question that so many have avoided for so long. And the question is my life working? And if it's not working, it's because we've walked away too many times from the connection that is ours. Like the prodigal son in the Bible, we need to turn around and walk back and realize God has been there all the time. And if you read that story, God goes more than halfway to meet the prodigal son. Well, my friends, you have great gifts this Christmas, and the ultimate gifts have been yours from the beginning, from God. And it will be gifts not only for you to have and hold, but to give away and to live by example to uplift others in your life. God bless you. Merry Christmas.